Hello Chocs and Chocettes, the runner between Chocolo and Roberto here for another video review, and I'm very excited about this one. It's the new Cadbury's Dairy Milk Giant Orange Buttons. Yeah, look at those, yes. Very excited about these ones. Yeah, so thanks to Scotty and Andrew Winston in the chat for pinpointing these ones. Well, Tesco had them basically. Now, when I went to Tesco, there's only 2 packs left of these, and I got them both. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I think they were originally I think it was Londis originally, it was the rumoured location for them, but basically Tesco now, so I don't know if they do them in other places. They probably will with time, maybe, but some stores do have exclusives that last forever, so I don't know. But Tesco is where I got them. Yeah, look at that. Well, very excited about these. So Cadbury's not known for their orange flavourings, so we'll see. I mean, obviously in Roses do the orange cream, whatever it's called, but that's about it really. And these obviously not orange cream, these are just orange flavoured chocolate. So going into Terry's area here, Terry's chocolate orange, things like this. Yes, we'll continue. I've done a lot of videos now, almost, was it 650 or something I've almost done now, most of them reviews. So in this corner there will be a playlist to all those. So after you watch this and you subscribed and liked it, of course, go watch those ones and hopefully enjoy them as well. And if you're in a position to do so, I've got a Patreon account as well, and the link will be in that corner as well. So please go have a look at that if you're in a position to do so, and hopefully become a patron today. Okay, so let's continue on. So so quite excited about this one, as I say. And apologies, you can hear all the helicopters buzzing around in the background. I'm not sure what's going on today. Might be, who knows? Could be an escape convict or something. I'm not sure. But so very excited about these, as I say. And so basically, does it say dairy milk? Yeah, it does say it's actually orange flavoured dairy milk as well, by the looks of it. So, so Cadbury's don't do orange flavoured stuff generally, I don't think. I don't believe they've done anything else that's orange flavoured, I'd say, other than that Rose's orange cream. So very unusual, this one, very out of the blue, but very much welcome. Very excited for it. So basically Cadbury's Buttons is a sort of like a spin-off from their Dairy Milk bar. It's Dairy Milk Buttons. It's basically little sort of like coin-shaped or button-shaped chocolate here, and they do a smaller size, which is the regular ones, and they did a giant size recently for these bigger packs. Normally it's like a little snack for kids. It was the original way it was back in the day, but but bigger ones appeal to bigger people, like myself. And then of course, so another the orange version. So very excited. So what's the description? What does it say? Well, got nice thing, classic dairy milk infused with real orange oil. So I think that's what Terry says as well. So it's that kind of thing. You can see there's little graphics there. How you can eat them on the couch. I don't know, wrapped in a balloon. There's a party, I think, and in the car as well, it says. So, well, it's got like a car button as a car somehow. There's a button as a car, don't really. Yeah, very strange. But there we go. So that's how you can enjoy it, basically, apparently. Yes, it says orange flavoured milk chocolates, it says. And that's the official description. I'm always a bit unsure about this orange oil, because how much is in there with orange oil? Just 1 drop. And is that enough? Is that not much? I don't know. And have they flavoured it in other ways? It does say it's got palm fat in it, so there you are. It's got like an asterisk, double asterisk here with milk in it. So it's an equivalent of 426 millilitres of fresh liquid milk in every 227 for every 227 grams of milk chocolate. Milk solids 20% minimum, actual 23%. I don't understand what that means. Where it says minimum and actual, surely you don't need to say the minimum if the actual is 23, but I don't know, maybe I don't understand something there. Cocoa solids 20% minimum, contains vegetable fats in addition to cocoa butter. And the calories, so the whole bag is 110 grams. It does give us per 100 grams. It gives us per 10 pieces as well, 10 buttons, I guess. So for 100 grams, it's 533 calories. 30 grams of fats, 18 of which are saturated. So you basically add 10% on for the whole bag. So you're adding like another 53 calories onto that. So it's basically 586 calories for the whole bag. 33 grams of fat. 19.8 of which are saturates. That's for the whole bag. So we've got per 10 pieces, 133 calories, 7.6 grams of fat, 4.4 of which are saturates. So there we go. So 10 pieces looks to be, so it's quite a lot of that. So it's over about 20% of the bag, over 20%. We've just got the Queen symbol on there as well. The Queen symbol is there. She does approve of these ones. Some of them she doesn't approve of, but these ones she does, so you can see there. Always say it's very hard to read that, but it does say something along the lines of by appointment of Her Majesty the Queen or something like that. Yeah, and some other stuff. Suits for vegetarian ones as well. It's a funny bottom to this one. It doesn't sit flat. Normally these things, I don't know, they have a sort of bottom that sits flat, but this one you can see it doesn't. It's like the top. I don't really understand what they've done there. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it's as if they've, I don't know. As I say, you usually have like a sort of, here's got these aerial bubble things. You can see the bottom there, you can stand it up, whereas you can't. It's it's a bit weird. It'll only hang, you know what I mean? You can only hang it up. So I don't know, very odd that one. Not sure what to make of that. It's not really a problem, I guess, but it's just unusual. I think I'm sure all the other packs they've done have that sort of bottom where it's flat. Okay, well, I'm not sure. It says I say partner with Fair Trade, Cocoa Life. Yeah, not sure there's much more to say. Was there something else I wanted to? I'm sure Milk have the Cocoa Life option as well. I'm sure they're trying to see where I've got my Milka wrapper. I can't see it anywhere. I've moved it somewhere. Typically. Oh dear, let's just have a look. I'll just go check. Yes, I've got a Milka bar here, a Milka Bubbly. Yes, it does say Cocoa Life there. But it's on the Cadbury's one. Well, it does have Cocoa Life. They're both owned by Mondelez, of course, so there's definitely like this overlap. But it also says, but it goes into a bit more detail. It says partner with Fair Trade Foundation as well. You can see that extra detail on there. It doesn't have that on the Milka bars. I don't know why that is. I'm assuming it's the same thing, but for some reason, maybe in the UK they like to emphasise the fair trade side of it. I don't know. But yeah, the Milka one doesn't say that. So, but that was interesting. Okay, right, so I think we should give these an open then. Very excited about these ones, really am. Yeah, let's do it. Very excited. Right, okay, I'm also going to give these an open then. So thanks again to Scotty and Andrew Winton for pinpointing this one. I think Scotty was the first to find it, I think. Originally in Londis it was, but now in Tesco. So if you're lucky enough, you'll spot these in Tesco, but they'll sell out very quickly. So there's tips off in the Discord chat really enabled me to get them. I don't think I would have been able to get these had there not been spottings of them. So so join the chat. As I say, you want to be kept up to date. Get these for everyone else buys them. So we got this. I would notice. I didn't say this before, but you see the sort of design here is a bit looks a bit like the thing's peeled off a bit. The orange has gone a bit on that corner. But I've got 2 packs of these. As I say, and it is the case in that one as well. So I think it's the perforation. You can see on where it's perforated. It's just damaged the orange on the new, where it says new, and the orange background has been damaged a bit. So yeah, didn't quite make that out, but there we go. So never mind, doesn't really matter. But there we go. So yes, we're going to have the old problem again of all the flourishes. Like the bag is only going to be, I don't know, it feels like it's only filled to about here, really. So we'll see. Okay, let's give it an open then. Very excited. Tear this way, it says. Yep, can't tear the other way, so yeah, tear this way. I don't know if you can see that. It says it somewhere along those lines. Along those lines, literally. Okay. There we go, lovely. It's not open properly when I've opened it there, so I'm still going to have to open it like a packet of crisps. There we go. So semi-nice orange smell coming from it. Yeah, but this is as good as a Terry's chocolate orange type smell. There we go. So you can see, I don't know if you can see in there. Can you see in there? Hopefully you can. But it's very empty, the bag, isn't it? It's very empty. I mean, I realise you could flatten it and spread it out a bit, but look at that. You consider it's folded over so much it's going underneath it, so just look. I mean, that's so much. And don't forget, we've also got this bit that we tore off. So so I'm going to make. I mean, it's hard to measure these ones, and I think that's probably intentional. Like, well, not intentional for them to measure it, but for you to gauge how much you're losing. But it's 17 centimeters high, this thing, pretty much. And so, I don't even quite see my measurement, but about 17 centimeters. So now, with everything gone, with this folded over, So I'm measuring this bit here pretty much. So we had 17 centimetres and we've got left a chunk of about, let's say I'm not going to be harsh, I'm just going to measure what I can. About 5.5 centimetres. So we just lost such a huge amount. 17 centimetres down to 5.5. And I realise, you know, it's clogged up at the bottom. You could flatten it out and stuff, but it came like this. This is how it was in the pack. I don't think it's being, you know, what's the word? Purposefully against the packet to, you know, the size of it to keep them bunched at the bottom. That's how it was. I've not put them all at the bottom like that. They weren't flattened out or anything. So clearly that's how it is. So yeah, to go from 17 centimetres to what was it, 5.5, whatever it was. It's just ridiculous that. And I say, you know, I haven't really measured many of these bags like this. It's possibly unfair in that respect, but yeah, don't know. Really, yeah, really bad that. Okay, let's see how many we get then. I think we get quite a lot in here. Some of them are doubled up, 5. Some of them are broken. 10. Small. It does smell nice actually. I think perhaps the Cadbury's donut chocolate doesn't lend itself. It's got a nice smell on its own, and I think with other smells in it, it kind of, you know, gets a bit funny. You know, it's not the best one to have other aromas added to it, I don't think. Which is why it's not quite as nice as a Terry's chocolate orange smell. I don't reckon anyway. But it's not too far away. Okay, so what have we got? Most of them are the same size, but I notice this one is drastically smaller than the other one. You can see this one, you know. Most of them are always the size of the sort of big one on the back, but you can see this one's smaller than the other one. Fits well inside it, it's noticeably smaller. Yeah, I don't make that out, but it definitely is. But most of them are the size of that bigger one, so you know that's the only small one I've noticed. So they are quite a normal size, but there are going to be some disparities there. But mostly they are the same size. One is a bit broken, but I think the bits are there. Yeah, so basically, it's worked out. Yeah, I'd say that counts for one. I said there's a small one there. 1, 2. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45 there is here. 45. So that's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad at all. So 10 pieces is roughly a quarter, just under a quarter. Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad really. So you get quite a lot in here. Yeah, and it's per 10 of these. You know, so this much here maybe. These 2 pounds, well, any of these 2 pounds. It's basically 133 calories, 7.6 grams of fat, 4.4 of which are saturates. There's quite a lot of calories there. You know, so you would say that 20 of them is perhaps a chocolate bar's worth. You know, so it's quite a lot there. Yeah, so let's give a rough measurement now. So they're all roughly the same size. You can see if I of them have doubled up, and they are, see these two doubled up, they are pretty much all the same size. So quite how one of them is a lot smaller than the other one, I don't know, not the case. So there are slight, maybe millimetre differences somewhere, but this one here is, this one is a lot smaller than the others for some reason. So yeah, so they're usually around diameter roughly 3 centimetres in diameter. Let's check a couple of them. Yeah, they're all pretty much 3 centimetres in diameter. So they are consistent with the size. Yep. Yeah, pretty much all 3 centimetres. Other than this one, actually, this very small one. And there's one broken one, of course, which is 2.65. And there's a broken one as well. But I reckon the broken one, yeah, the broken one would have been 3 centimetres in diameter. Yes, there we go. Very nice. So, you know, they're all, you know, there's nothing crazy going on. It's just solid chocolate all the way through. You can see that's broken one, snapped in half. Broken in half. Height of them all generally is not very high. They're a couple of millimetres. About 2 millimetres in height, generally. Yeah. Yep. And the small one, just to check, I think that's probably the same height. Or it should be taller. No, about 2 millimetres. Yeah, so there we go. So the small is just a one-off, I think. Okay, so there we go. So I think, yeah, I think we should, well, they've all on the top, because some of them do have a little little knobble, little sort of dint in the top. It's probably where the chocolate was dripped on or something. See these little holes on these two. Maybe you can see them out, sort of at the top there somewhere. Yeah, I guess that's probably to do with how the chocolate was dripped to make it a sort of flat circle or whatever, coin shape. Yeah, so a few of them have got that. So there's obviously common between them. Must be where perhaps their nozzle disengaged from it or something. A lot of them have that. Not all of them, but most of them have a little knobble in. And I will notice the small one, the hole is further in the side, which might explain why it was smaller. Maybe it wasn't quite done in the correct way for whatever reason. Should really be a reject. Yeah, let's say, so some of them, not all of them have it, as I say, but a lot of them do. So at least 4 or 5 of them have got this that I've just had a look through. But some of them are quite smooth all the way over, so relatively smooth anyway. They've all been damaged a bit by being sort of like, ground together slightly or slid across the other one slightly, but generally this is what they look like. Right, okay, let's give them a taste. I'm excited about this one, so let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Okay, once I'm going to give these Dairy Milk Giant Orange Buttons a taste. So we're very excited about these ones. Yeah, very excited. So very new, very new. Doesn't say new there because I've torn off the top. If it had the top on, it would say new. Hot off the press. Okay. Right, so I'm going to, let's say it's one single button on its own to start with. It's got one button here. Yep. That's a sort of Dairy Milk smell mixed with orange. So it doesn't work as well as, I say, a Terry's chocolate orange smell. It's just a bit, because that Dairy Milk smell on top of it kind of, I don't know, doesn't quite work so well with those two smells, but still definitely nice. So yeah, let's give it a taste. Not bad actually, not bad. I think let's taste the double one mixed together. There's definitely a nice taste there. But it's just the fact that it doesn't quite work with the Dairy Milk chocolate. And the Dairy Milk chocolate, if you're not tasting it, it's got a quite distinct taste to it. It has a flavour of its own, really, and it's not a flavour as such, but it's a strong, distinct flavour, as a chocolate taste. And the orange sort of included in these buttons doesn't quite complement with it. And I think what's happened before with them when they've added other flavours to their chocolate. I can't remember what example it was now, but there's something else where they tried doing it, and it didn't work either really, because the Dairy Milk's just got such a strong taste anyway. Nonetheless, it is still nice. It's definitely something there, and it's quite a strong. It's strong enough to sort of taste it, and it's got an orange. It's got quite a strong orange taste, but it's quite weak. It's not as strong as a Terry's chocolate orange. Yeah, they're okay. They're a novelty basically. I don't think the kind of one that's really going to sort of, make you really want to experience them over and over again. It's just, I think you'd rather have a Terry's chocolate orange, Terry's natural orange itself, or the orange bar. I think they're just nicer, basically. They just come across as having a sort of stronger orange taste. If you wanted that specific taste. But nonetheless, they are nice, as I say. They're just not. You just don't really. I think the Dairy Milk is just too strong. It's got too strong a taste on its own anyway, for it to really incorporate another taste like this, and it doesn't. As a result, it doesn't come across that strong. And I think to add more flavour of it would make it a bit too orangey, and it wouldn't really work. I think it's just not quite. The chocolate is just not quite the medium in Dairy Milk's case for an orange flavour. Or perhaps any real flavour really. I think it's going to be difficult really. But having said that, it is Dairy Milk chocolate and it is flavoured orange, and it is probably, it is probably what you would expect if you sat down and thought about it. But I think having tasted chocolate oranges, Terry's chocolate orange and Terry's chocolate orange segments and things, you're probably thinking it's going to be more like that. But then of course, why should it be like that? Because it's a different chocolate and things like this. It's not the same bar, so I think just having so really it's a bit unfair to say, well, it should just taste exactly the same as that, because why should it? And it shouldn't really, should it? So But yeah, it's just the dairy milk is just a chocolate in its own right. It's flavoured in its own right, in its own way, and that's just and by flavour I mean it is just dairy milk, and it's got a very distinct flavour in there. And I think as I don't know what to say. It's very hard to explain this one. I think I just don't think it's quite as nice and chocolate orange experience as say Terry's chocolate orange. Really. And I think that's just the nature of the beast. I don't think there can be anything done about that. It's just the fact that dairy milk is just a different chocolate with a quite distinct taste, and it does mean any other taste with it is kind of whittled away slightly, and kind of doesn't quite work as well because of those conflicting flavours. You know what I mean? It's the dairy milk chocolate has its own distinct flavour, and it's very hard, I think, to add another flavour to that and for it to be successful, or at least as successful as it would be to another chocolate that's probably designed around the flavour. You know what I mean? Like Terry's presumably is, because they don't do any other flavours really other than orange. Well, having said that, the Terry's cranberry chocolate orange bar was really nice, and I think that was because they used a different medium to give the cranberry flavour. They had like little jellied pieces or very soft sugary pieces or whatever they were, and it worked really well. It was a gorgeous bar, and maybe Cadbury needed to do that in here, have chunks of like a sort of candied orange pieces or something like that, a bit like how they did in the Bourneville with orange, but of course they can't really do this because it's buttons, it's a bit hard to do that. But I think if they did in the solid dairy milk bar, I think that's how they probably would go about it, or they should do if they've got any sense. Listen to me. So I think it's okay. It's just a bit underwhelming, I think, and I don't think there's anything Cadbury could have done about it in this buttons version, because the buttons are too small to have the orange flavour come across in any other way other than it just being a flavouring added to the chocolate. Yeah, but nonetheless, it's still nice. It's a bit like a Wookiee then, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to rate this one. Nothing worth a go. I just don't think you'd probably come back again, really. There's more like a limited edition for that reason. I don't know how long these will be about for. Yeah, so I think I'm going to say a 4 out of 5, but it's a low 4. It's very close to being a 3.5, but I'm going to say a 4. I think the packaging though is ridiculous. As I say, I can't really show you with a full pack. But really, the bottom one, I'd say this size here turned into something that's only 5 centimeters. So if you so basically, yeah, pretty much where my finger is there. The bottom of it is where the use a different finger. Yeah, so basically where my finger is there, the bottom of it, make it straight. It's almost straight. Yeah, the bottom of it there is kind of where the chocolates came up to, pretty much. So when you consider that most of the bag is empty, it's ridiculous, really, isn't it? Ridiculous that. Yeah, so obviously, you could spread them out, flatten it out, and it would fill the whole bag. But that's not the point, is it? In this bag, they're not like that. That's where they are now. They're down here at the bottom. So yeah. So that's, but all these bags are like that. To be honest with you, I can't really, all these chocolates in these bags always only fill the bottom of it. Some are probably better than others, but so I can't really hold it against it too much. You do get a good weightage in them as well, and you do get quite a lot of chocolate in there. So. Yeah, swings around. Actually, get a good 3 or 4 chocolate bars worth, I think. Calorie wise, anyway. Maybe about, maybe 2 chocolate bars worth or something. Maybe, 2.5, 3 chocolate bars worth of calorie wise, something along those lines, anyway. But as I say, just doesn't quite work really, and I think Cadbury's can't really do anything about it. I think it's just there. It's just the taste of their chocolate. Just doesn't really lend itself, dairy milk chocolate that is, lend itself to be flavoured with something else. It's just got such a distinct flavour on its own that it's going to be in conflict with anything they add to it. I think it would work better, as I say, if they'd gone with the sort of like the way Terry's did with their cranberry flavouring in their chocolate orange bar. I'd make it like a sort of sugary candied bits of pieces in there. Which Cadbury did in their Bourneville dark chocolate when they incorporated orange pieces into that. They actually did little chunks of orange in there. And I think that was a great way of doing it. But they couldn't do it in the buttons, of course, because the buttons are too small. So it'd be interesting to see if they do an orange flavour, a regular dairy milk bar, and how they go about it there. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if they do go about it by including orange pieces in there, like they did in the Bourneville. Because I think they'll know that they need to do that, really. And it's probably why they did it in the Bourneville, actually. For the same reasons that it just wouldn't have worked if it wasn't like those sort of like strong pieces that were concentrated in that orange flavour rather than making the whole chocolate bar taste orange. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if they do that. I'm sure they will do. I feel like it'd be crazy if they didn't have to do in this, but we'll see. So yeah, so there we go. So that's my opinion on it all anyway. So just about 4 out of 5. Okay guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that review. Let me know what you think, or if you've had these, or if you can't find them, let me know if you've had any trouble. But yeah, fingers crossed you can. And let me know what you think about them. Leave a comment or free. It's always great to hear from you, it really is. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter if you can, and Patreon if you're in a position to do so. That'd be hugely appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks again, everyone. Take care. Bye for now. See you later. Have a great day.